What's going on, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to Kirby Crypto. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay.
And today we have a special sponsored review for you of IoT Chain.
Oh, yeah.
A high security light IoT OS.
Oh,
Now, I'm sure many of you are saying IoT Chain. I have no clue what that is. Is this an ICO? Is this a token? Is this a what? This is all those things, people. Of course, we're in the crypto space. IoT Chain, it stands for Internet of Things. You may have heard Internet of Things through many companies. Internet of People are trying to do some things with Internet of Things. Of course, IOTA is doing some things with it. Internet of Things, the short version, if you don't know and you're watching this, is basically connecting everything online. Your car, your toaster, your refrigerator, your house, your air conditioner, your cell phone. Everything's online and connected all the time. And IoT Chain has come out with a new, basically, business structure and business model to not only enhance that IoT experience, but to also secure it.
Oh, yeah.
So what does IoT do? What is IoT and what do they do?
All right. So Internet of Things chain, or the IoT chain, is basically a token that is used to access their network, which they say is secure. They say it can be used in order to access different things on the Internet of Things. For example, like we said, with your TV, your toaster, your light bulb, this token that they have put out basically can be used for their energy solution. They say that with the mining that's going on now, a lot of energy is being used. However, the simple turning on of a light or turning on your TV can access the network, and that token can be used. Also, in the decentralized world, you want to keep your data safe, and they, with their token, say that on their network, your user data and the collected data that they have, personal data, is separate. So that is a way for you to be able to use your Internet of Things token, as well as access the different technologies in your house to mine or to use this token. So basically, whenever you have any type of new technology that comes in a blockchain company, you have to have a token to access it, and that's what IoT is looking to do.
And their token is the ITC token. Of course, you can find out CoinMarketCap and all that good stuff. Right now, it's about 84 cents. However, back in, it looks like early January, it actually did experience this pump already, or one of their many pumps. It hit about $9.15.
Everybody did.
Everybody did, of course. But my thing is, at least it has that potential. Right now, of course, it is severely below that number. But from an investment point of view, if you do your due diligence, of course, we always say do your own research after these reviews. These are just to introduce you to these companies. You can take a deeper dive into it. But hey, if you look at it and you say it's at 84 cents right now, I think it does have the ability to go back to $9 or even further. Then it might be a smart and wise investment choice on your part. But of course, this is something you want to make sure you do on your own.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the ITC token for IoT Chain, the ITC token, there will only be 100 million tokens ever, they said. Right now is about 50 million tokens out in circulating supply, with 48.6 million out. And you actually get rewarded by using your token if you lock it in. If, say, you guarantee not to use your tokens for another 8 months and you lock it into the ecosystem, they're rewarding people for that. Absolutely. So they do have a lot of cool things going on with it. Again, like Bitcoin, they said, is there to protect you from the Internet of Things. And some of you might ask, why do I need protection from this? Well, it hasn't happened yet because it's not widespread, but the moment you do have your microwave and your toaster oven, your oven and your refrigerator connected to the internet, that means they're hackable. They are now hackable. Somebody can figure out a way to backdoor engineer their way into your systems, and from there they can get into your main Wi-Fi internet system. From there they can get to your laptop and computers at home. So yeah, there definitely is a niche and a need to secure these systems. And IoT Chain is saying that, hey, we're here to provide that service for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And if we take a look back from a TA standpoint, because of the utility of the token, also you want to look at the supply is pretty small. 50 million is very small, and it's about half of the total supply. Also, if you look at the price where it was and you look at the price now, it's actually at that same level. The basic capitulation or accumulation level is right back there, just like most alts that we've discussed. IoT is right back at that buy zone, I would say, for at the lowest risk that you can get. It's basically back at where it was when it first hit exchanges. So
that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, yeah. So if you are looking into it, that is promising, because that means that the market has decided, yes, we will pump it, but we want to buy at this price.
Right.
below $1 seems pretty good. And like I said, anything under $1 with less than 100 million tokens is usually a good bet if you want to put a small amount in there, but make sure you do your own research on that. So,
and then just so you know, ITC is being traded at Hubi Pro, CX.com, and then OKX.com as well. We'll make sure we provide some of this stuff in the notes after the video gets done uploading and processing all that good stuff. We'll come back and put that in there for you. So, all right. So, also, they have a frequently asked question area, which I definitely suggest you all check out. I think a lot of people, especially developers and coders who watch us, you'll enjoy this section of frequently asked questions, because at one part they compare the IoT chain to IOTA, to, I believe, was it Blockit, Lockit, IBM Adept, and just a random Chinese project. So for those who are all about IOTA and IOTA heavy, you may or may not like what they have to say about some of these different projects and how they compare themselves.
But hopefully the algorithm is a lot better than the IOTA one that got caught. So
right. So their roadmap does go out, it looks like, to February, almost March of 2019, which is a good thing. Again, still isn't a long enough game plan for me. However, I do understand that we are in a dynamic landscape where tech changes so frequently. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. We talk about these roadmaps. We do want to see a roadmap that's
at least a year out.
Yeah, at least a year out. But we do understand that the landscape literally changes within a couple of months, and you're looking at a whole new set of technology. As far as their team, looks like their core team, again, you need to do your own research. Don't just trust the LinkedIn people or the Twitter. Like, if you plan to invest a lot, do some deep diving. You might even need to hire a company. But just looking at the team and the information they provided, it does look like these people are qualified to be in the positions they're being. I mean, looking at their co-founder here, Liu, excuse me, I mispronounced that. But he's been in the field since 2013, and he translated mastering Bitcoin into Chinese. So to me, for those who don't know, we just translating the book. Was a pretty technical book, from what I've been told, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
IoT Chain.
Right, there we go. So to be able to do that and to actually understand those, understand and comprehend all the stuff that's in there, I think that says a lot about the co-founder there as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It looks like from a development standpoint, they know what they're doing. However, like we said, you definitely need to look into a lot of these people because we have seen some projects where they have team members who are non-existent. They just have a picture of someone. So definitely want to look, especially advisory team, look at other projects they've advised, other projects they've been involved in, and make your decision from there.
And as far as some of the major investors, it looks like they have a Link Capital and FBG Capital, two different capital firms. One is actually FBG is just a digital assets management firm. I won't say it's just, but it's a digital assets management firm and an incubator for blockchain projects. So that's a pretty good thing for them to get that backing behind them. Link Capital Finance looks like they have a lot of experience in residential and commercial lending as well. But I think what's important about them having that partnership is that if you're a residential and commercial lender, you know how to balance and weigh risk. So if that finance team decided to partner with them, then that means they probably did their due diligence and decided how they're going to weigh their risks and work with the company as well. Again, that is an investment advice, but that's just saying here are some things you can look at. And when you do your homework, maybe you want to give Link Capital some of their offices a call and kind of get their take on why they did partner with them moving forward.
Absolutely.
So yeah, here's a lot of other partners here, platforms they're on.
In blockchain, chain funder. Trading platforms, I will say coins on KuCoin. There's a lot of low price coins on there. And when the volume comes to that, because that's becoming a very popular exchange, much like we saw Binance come out of nowhere, the coins that are listed on there will be the winners, so to say, because once people start realizing these smaller coins are available on this exchange, usually you have a wave of volume come, and that's where you start seeing the price surges that we talk about. So,
right. All right. So, any issues you see kind of moving forward with IoT Chain in general? They're saying they're going to at least attempt to secure the Internet of Things, which is very hard. We've seen all the hackings happen left and right: Deloitte, Equifax, NSA, Bank of America, Chase. You see these hacks happening 24/7. So they are tackling a very tough problem.
Oh yeah, and they're trying to make it decentralized so that hacking is almost impossible. I wouldn't go as far to say that it's impenetrable security, as they say. However, I will say if they have strong security behind it, that is one of the biggest things people look at with new coins, because Bitcoin is so secure, and it's almost nearly impossible to reverse those transactions. New blockchains that pop up need to have either just as good security or better. So I think that is a novel approach to put that first. Is basically, look, security wise, they definitely want to implement impenetrable security to their network. So good luck with that. But that is easier said than done.
Again, yeah, so huge project, lofty goals, as are most of the projects in the crypto space. So it's not just IoT chain, but again, it's one of those things that if you believe in and they actually do execute this the right way, it is possible for it to happen, or at least to be one of the top contenders in the marketplace for Internet of Things security, because we haven't even really seen that yet.
Yeah.
Internet of Things isn't out, so we haven't seen these companies even come in talking about security. So I'm looking at it as if they're the first or one of the first few in the marketplace. If they can make their mistakes early on, figure out exactly how to get these equations right, by the time in the next 3 to 5 years, 5 to 7 years, when the actual Internet of Things starts rolling out and you start going to Walmart or whatever and buying your toaster ovens and everything already connected to your Wi-Fi, and your cell phone can tell you how your toast looks from inside the toaster oven, then yes, it might be time for the Internet of Things chain, ITC token, to make itself available. And of course, you should know by then that you buy the rumor, you sell the news.
Absolutely.
So if you're looking to buy at that time when this thing is actually here, you will be buying at a high price.
Absolutely.
But if you get into it now as an investment vehicle of which it is, as well as a way to keep the Internet of Things safe for everyone, then in the next 3 to 5 to 7 years, you might find yourself with a nice little return on it if the company can survive and execute that long and do the right thing.
Absolutely.
All right. As always, thanks for watching us. You can watch us Monday through Friday on the Gym of Crypto at 10 a.m. We've actually cut the ish for the most part. But until then, take care.
Have a good one.
Cheers.